Okay, Wednesday noon, a real serious situation developing in our atmosphere. April storms are very notorious for surprising us. We knew we were going to get some heavy snow out of this. We know we're going to get sleet out of this and some ice. I'm getting worried that the snow totals are going to get out of hand, especially from the Twin Cities on north and west. And I'm going to show you why, especially here over the next 12 to 24 hours. Okay. And by the way, for those outlets that have been predicting just an inch or two of snow in the metro, especially the southern metro, they're going to be backpedaling here very quickly, because we're likely going to get an inch or two of snow in 1 hour over much of the Twin Cities metro this afternoon. And then that's likely going to continue into the evening hours. So just be prepared for surprises, for a nightmare commute, not only this afternoon, but especially tomorrow morning too. And again, I'm going to show you why. All right, here's the infrared satellite loop. And here's what's very concerning to me is you look at these enhanced cloud tops. Now remember, these cloud tops are depicting the temperatures of the clouds in our atmosphere, and the yellows and the oranges are colder cloud tops. Watch what's happening. This is this first band of snow now that has dropped a good solid 2 to 4 inches of snow just west and south of the Twin Cities metro, and it's still snowing down there. But I want you to see what's happening right here on the Minnesota-South Dakota border. This is more enhancement now developing in the cloud tops, which means these are some thunderstorms now that are developing in the atmosphere, in the mid-levels of our atmosphere. And that area is no doubt going to continue to push east and northeast right towards the Twin Cities metro. And it's going to be cold enough for this to be snow in the metro. I would expect thunder snow, at least the potential for thunder snow in the metro and on points east into the Eau Claire area as soon as, let's say about somewhere in between that 3 to 6 o'clock range. So that would, and it's going to be cold enough that the snow is going to stick. Although the temperatures at the surface are in the mid 30s right now, pavement temperatures, I still think it's going to snow hard enough that it's going to accumulate rapidly in the Twin Cities metro, on east into Eau Claire, basically across all of the region. And remember, that has already occurred just west and south of the Twin Cities metro. So there's no reason why not to think that this won't happen in the Twin Cities also. Again, we're going to keep a very close eye on this these enhanced cloud tops now that are developing just to the west and south of the Twin Cities metro. Okay, here's visible satellite loop. And you can see kind of a bumpiness to these clouds. These are moisture-laden clouds that are streaming east and northeast towards the Twin Cities right now in western Wisconsin. And once again, these clouds have dropped significant snow and are dropping significant snows just west and south of the Twin Cities. And I want you to really focus on these bumpy clouds here over eastern South Dakota that are now approaching the Minnesota-South Dakota border. Those are thunderstorms, or at least thunder snow, that is going to that are going to move east and northeast towards the Twin Cities metro as we get into the later afternoon and evening hours. So a real impressive frontogenetic band of precipitation that has set up. And basically what that means is that at the mid-levels of our atmosphere, the forcing is so impressive that it is developing what we consider to be convective type nature to the precipitation. Convective meaning rapidly rising air in our atmosphere, which would be also equal thunder, or at least the potential for heavy showers or heavy snow and thunder along with that convective nature to the precipitation. Okay, here's the radar. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out that it's snowing at a heavy clip from just southwest now of Hennepin County. Now it's approaching Scott and Carver counties and Dakota County. It's snowing heavily now from those areas on south and west. Looking at some of the traffic cameras out in McLeod County and further south to near Mankato, it's snowing at about 1/4 to 1/8 of a mile visibility in those areas. That's snowfall in the intensity of 1 to 2 inches per hour. Right now, just west and south of the Twin Cities Metro. Rochester, right now, receiving snow at about 1 inch per hour. That continues on west towards Mankato. And it looks like this band of snow, and this really concerns me. My fear is that this band of snow is going to sit and stall over the Twin Cities Metro later this afternoon and overnight tonight before everything finally changes over to some sleet as we get into sunrise tomorrow. But that's a huge concern of mine, is that this band of snow is going to stall, and some of the guidance is showing that occurring, and I'm going to show you that in just a second here. As we zoom out now, here is the radar over the upper Midwest. Very impressive frontogenetic band of precipitation stretching from northeastern Iowa, southwestern Wisconsin, where it's sleet and heavy rain right now, on back north and west into northeastern South Dakota, heading right for the Twin Cities Metro and Eau Claire. Right, it's going right towards the I-94 corridor, where again it could stall over the next 12 to 24 hours. Okay, I'm just going to show you one guidance right now, and then we'll end this video. We'll have more live, or at least more recorded video for you probably tonight. But anyway, here's the one guidance I'm going to show you, because I know you guys are busy right now. This is the HRRR computer model guidance. This is hot off the press. This just came down in the last hour. And what I want you to focus on is what happens with this band of snow. Here it is at 3 p.m. All right, located right over the heart of the Twin Cities Metro. It should be snowing hard in over much of the Twin Cities Metro by about 3 or 4 p.m. Okay, now watch what happens as this band of snow tries to lift north. It stalls. It stalls right over the Twin Cities Metro. And in fact, several of the short-term guidances now have been showing at least the potential of this happening. But this snow band stalls and sits in place for about a 12-hour period between 3 p.m. this afternoon and 3 a.m. tomorrow morning. And within that time period, and I'm almost scared to look at this, but here is the snow totals coming off the HRRR computer model. Now, it'll be interesting where this real heavy band of snow eventually sets up, but it's showing 10 inches plus of snow across the South Metro. Now, I'm not sure if I'm buying into that, but I do think that much of the Twin Cities Metro is going to see somewhere in that 4 to 8 inches plus of snow between now and 3 a.m. tomorrow morning. And yes, the snow could get out of hand in a narrow band, and where that band sets up, not quite sure yet, but I think it's going to either be in or near the Twin Cities Metro, and we're going to update you on that situation as we go through the afternoon and evening hours, because by late this afternoon and evening, we are going to have a pretty concrete idea on exactly where that 50 to 60 mile wide band of heavy snow sets up. So stay tuned, and good luck out there. It's going to be a real hectic 24 to 48 hours.